Hello. Stanford University's article titled "Speaking of Teaching," found in the Fall newsletter of 2008, proposed the idea of introducing oneself at the beginning of the speech in order to connect with the audience. So, my name is Kayla Watkins. I am a super senior at Texas Women's University, and I'm studying wellness within the field of nutrition. My first initial reaction to this assignment was, oh great, I have to record myself again by myself, sounding like a crazy person talking to myself. So I wasn't so thrilled, but speaking more on an academic level, I was excited for the chance to improve my speech skills and improve my video skills as well. So although this assignment might be challenging, awkward, a little nerve-wracking even though I'm by myself, it is a challenge that I hope that I can succeed at and use in the future for a business or any type of professional video or communication that I may need to complete. In health education and communication, it is important to communicate very important information to someone who may not have the scientific understanding that we or I do. So as health professionals, it is important to consider all aspects of life when we are writing speeches and talking with our audiences in order to communicate these aspects clearly and efficiently. In order for our audience to completely understand what we're talking about, we need to effectively write our speeches, our presentations, as well as we can in order to communicate this information properly. So that right there was an example of what not to do. I did not know what I was saying before I said it. I apologize. So moving on to some things that I know that I need to work on, since public speaking is definitely not my forte. I prefer to do one-on-one consultations with clients, family members, or friends, or just meetings in the grocery store by happenstance. Those are some of my favorite times to share the knowledge that I've learned from school. But some things that I know that I can improve on and some tips that I have found from Toastmasters.org, an article titled "Speaking to Diverse Audiences." It suggests to enunciate clearly during a speech so that nothing is misheard or miscommunicated via just a simple word. Additionally, it is very important and highly suggested to pace yourself. You don't want to talk at a very quick speed because then the audience may not be able to understand you, let alone catch everything that you have to say, which health education covers some very important topics, and we want everyone to be able to understand clearly and hear every word that we have. That way they can enrich their lives that much better. It is also suggested by Toastmaster.org to use well thought out metaphors. Again, we might be talking to a very diverse audience at any given point, and we don't know if there will be someone from another culture who maybe does not understand a metaphor that we use and maybe takes it literally. At that point, this person, may either lose interest in our speech and our education promotion opportunity, or they may just be lost and confused, and we definitely don't want that. And lastly, it is very important to match the audience in what we wear, in what we're speaking about, in our lingo. If we so choose to use any type of jargon, which is not really suggested either, but there might be some appropriate times, such as maybe with high school kids. During those special circumstances, if we use that, we need to make sure that we're connecting, know our audience, research our audience, find out how we're going to best connect and relate to them in order to get this information truly heard and understood. That is what is going to promote the most amount of change for the positive side. And lastly, in researching how to cite a scientific source during an oral presentation or an oral speech, usm.edu has an article titled Citing Sources in Oral Presentations. So that is how I learned how to do this aspect of a speech. I didn't know that before, really. I wasn't aware. Usually all of my references are on a presentation page. So the information that usm.edu provided was to effectively give just enough of the source information, such as um, the website and the article title, so that the audience can be able to remember the sources easily without there being too much of dates and times and volume and numbers. But yeah, so I hope that you maybe learned a little something from my speech. If you didn't, I hope you at least maybe felt better about your speech based on mine. Again, this is not my forte, looking at myself in the camera, and I definitely prefer to talk one-on-one with people. But please give me your input and your insight on how you prepare for speeches so that I might be able to learn and do better as well. Thank you very much.